Double espresso drinking. Oh, hello. Hi, baby dudes. Welcome to this new episode. A bit special this time. And hi to you, Jackson Jones. Hope you're gonna like the video, the content of it. So, welcome. This is a MetallicA albums ranking, something quite new. We'll maybe do some other bands, but we'll see. And this is an English version, as we'll do it one in French, as I'll do it one in French very soon. So we won't take time to, won't spend time to talk about non-studio album releases, but just a few honorable mentions. Yeah, the EP from Kirk Hammett Portals, very interesting kind of cinematic music with no singer. It's quite interesting. Released 2 years ago, but recorded 6 or 7 years ago, I guess. Quite nice. Of course, Garage Inc. Interesting, all the covers they are doing, especially Turn the Page, and which is very, very touching, and Whiskey in the Jar, pretty party music, quite. But yeah, of course, the Garage Days and second disc is it's very nice with Jason. Right, S&M, the first one, we have the regretted Michael Cannon, No Leaf Clover and Minus Human, great tracks. Unfortunately, not available in studio version, but yeah, very nice released. By the way, the Garage is 98, this is 99. And of course, SM2 from the late 2010s, I guess. Interesting to see some classical music. And No Leaf Clover once again, Hello on Fire. And yeah, interesting to see they've repeated the exercise, and they're pretty great at it. So tons of bands have done it, but with classical symphonic orchestras, yeah, it's great. So this is for special releases. I'm gonna do like a professor. I'm gonna give grades out of 10 for each and every album, 11 studio album. Let's start from the bottom to the top. Well, the worst to the best. Just my opinion. You may not like it or the band. I understand, but we don't care too much. So we're gonna start. Of course, the very start and the very end might seem very similar to tons of video on the internet, but you'll be surprised at the middle. Number 11, Saint Anger, released in 2003. For me, by far the very worst album, not only of the Four Horsemen, but by any major metal band recently of the 21st century. It's pretty bad, unless you listen to the DVD, where the quality of sound is way better. Just Saint Anger title track is pretty nice. Nice riff, nice video clip, and the unnamed feeling is a very good track for me. Very touching, I like it. Invisible Kid and for example, Purify, some of the worst tracks they ever released. So I would put a 2.2 or 2.3 grade out of 10. So Saint Anger, last one. Number 10, Reload. So soon you're gonna have, I'm gonna do a cover of a Loman's lyric. But yeah, Reload, released in 1997. Yeah, Saint Anger was 2003. So the first 4 tracks, I really found them excellent, especially the Unforgiven 2. And yeah, the rest I know they want to do something new, like alternative alt rock. But yeah, Slither, Bad Seed, I don't really get it. Logan's lyric is nice. Pinch Harming has its moment. And no, I'm not a fan of Fixer, so give me fuel, give me fire, but 6.4 out of 10. Number 10, Reload. Yes, Slither is pretty bad, sorry. Number 9, MetallicA, so the Black Album released in 1991. Currently, I guess, this is the deluxe version, released 12th of August 1999, I guess. 31 million albums sold. 31 million is extremely an extremely high number. Exactly the same number of album than Nevermind from Nirvana, released in 91 too. 31 million. I put it in number 9, not because I don't like it. I really like it, dig it a lot. Heard it too much, way too often. That's why. And of course, and Sandman and Struggle Within are some of my favorites. Struggle Within, Through the Never, and Holier Than Thou still have some trash roots, and Struggle Within could have been on the And Justice for All, I guess. Wherever I May Roam is very has a Kashmir vibe. It's pretty great. But yeah, a mythic album, but heard too much too often. So currently it's number 8, but it's number 9. But it's probably be way higher if I do the same video in 1 or 2 years. Number 8. The last one, 72 Seasons. So I'm mixed. Sorry for the grade of Black Album, of course. Yeah, I would put an 8.8, but currently the appreciation is like 7 because I heard it too much. But yeah, as I told you. 72 Seasons, I would put a 7.3. How to say, some tracks like Room of Mirrors, Too Far Gone, and Inamorata, which has grown on me especially recently, are really good tracks. I really appreciate, as well as Shadow Follows with the harmonies, and Chasing Light with its kind of Rammstein-esque riff. So this part, and Lux Eterna, of course, it's a great track. This part of the album, I really like it. I would put in some of the best songs of the band, especially Room of Mirror, but the other half, I'm lukewarm, so it's okay, but we don't have an Until It Sleeps 2 or an Unforgiven 4, it's 2. We don't have any rest, so yeah, 7.3. Number 7, Kill Them All, so the debut album, which is mythical. It's it's his own masterpiece. I recognize it's extremely speed and tough, and really innovator at the time it was published, released. Not a huge fan of the vocals then, and I'll say the guitar sounds. Of course, I would put an 8 to it, and favorite track is Seek and Destroy and Metal Militia, which are very special good tracks for me. Seek and Destroy with its kind of Sweet Home Alabama vibes, and Metal Militia, which has been I guess in Metal Lords, a Netflix movie recently. Yeah. So no, it was Whiplash, but yeah. And rest in peace, John Zazula. yeah, was a great producer, and yeah, released in 1983. Fortunately, shortly before Show No Mercy, because yeah, not a huge Slave fan. So. 8 for my own appreciation, but for the history and the impact it has, some 9 or more. But yeah. Hardware to Self-Destruct, released in 2016. Kind of mixed. So the first disc is pretty awesome, especially Moth into Flame, Atlas Rise. And on the second disc, Spit Out the Bone, the most powerful track they've done, and after the Black Album. Confusion has its moment, but not a big fan of the second disc. The first one plus Spit Out the Bone could have been maybe Confusion. Could have been a great album, but I just will put an 8.1 or no 8.2 on it. So Load on number 5. Yeah, this is, now that you're gonna be surprised, it's the first album I heard in its entirety, 97. It's released in, although it's released in 96. Special song I appreciate, Bleeding Me, and yeah, Mama Said, which are very, very deep. In My Bitch and Wasting My Hate are pretty awesome and powerful. It's more hard rock than heavy metal, by the way. It's a mix of country, blues, and everything. It was controversial at the time. And The Outlaw Torn, great epic track, way better than Fixer, but that's my own opinion. Load, I would put an 8.6. Number 4, so the twins, Death Magnetic and Beyond Magnetic, released in 2008. So, for me, by far the best MetallicA effort after the mid-90s. The best recent effort. We still have some of the vibe of the origins. It should have been the sequel to Injustice for All, by the way, but yeah. I really appreciate the introduction of That Was Just Your Life, because it's made me think of a slasher movie of the 80s. The Day That Never Comes is power ballad, is great, and Unforgiven Free has its moment on the with piano, and My Apocalypse, of course, is pure trash. So great album. Not great production, but well. And Beyond Magnetic, for unreleased track of the studio session, really good one. Not very known, but pretty good. And yeah, the production, would the production be better? Yeah, who knows? But I'll put a 9 for Death Magnetic. So that has been a bit maybe surprising to you, that Load and Death Magnetic are so high ranked, but as I told before, it's a personal appreciation. So yeah. So now the top 3, and yeah, once again, it's gonna be very common ideas, very commonplace, that the top 3 are gonna be, well, you know which ones. Fact is, I don't consider the recent releases from the band bad or wasted or trash. Not trash metal, but trash, like to throw away. It's just that what they did in the 80s was so so exceptional, so innovative, so powerful, so mythic, that it can't be topped anymore. By then, they put the best already in the first of their career. So even if I really appreciate all the recent album except Saint Anger, not only I think it's an opinion, but I think it's a fact that these three are really the how to say the honey and milk of the band. Yeah, the best they've done by far. So number 3, Ride the Lightning. It's I really like every song, including Escaped and Trapped in the Ice, that are often considered the weak pieces of the album, released in 1984. The guitar sound is way more powerful, and the evolution from Kill Them All to this album, so it's the biggest gap in evolution they ever did, I guess. They started to tour in Europe with this album, I think, and this is their best logo ever. So in metal, in relief, in 3D. They should have kept this logotype, by the way, for every album, but yeah. And you may have noticed these are the remastered version with Blackened, their new, how to say, where they produce their own CDs. Very few differences of sound with the original ones. It's a little, quality of sound is a little bit better, but it's not revolutionary. And special mention to Ride the Lightning, the track, not the album, which is very wow. Every time I hear it is give me goosebumps. Excellent. Number 2, suspense, Master of Puppets. So yeah, it's Special Edition 2, released in 1986. The last album with the mighty regretted Cliff Burton. It's so good, it was admitted into the Library of Congress for its cultural impact in 2017, I guess. And well, Welcome Home, Sanitarium, my favorite track from the band all time. All 8 tracks are extraordinary. Master of Puppets, of course, and mythical track. You might know it if you've seen Stranger Things or things like that. And yes, it's quite a perfect album, and it's the height of their creativity and their power. I guess only topped by the following one, you'll see. But yes, all killer, no filler. It's a 9.75, or yeah, let's give a 9.8, nearly close to perfection. And yeah, I think the fans, the people bash the band and hate the band because they always, every time they release a new disc, a new album, they are waiting a new master once again. It won't happen, and it's something. I guess if you've written such an album when they were, I mean, yes, what age did? Yeah, they were like 20. Yeah, 20, 23 or 24 years old, I guess. When you write this, you can do everything you want, or you can do pure garbage for the rest of your career, which I don't consider it's the case, but you've written something like this, I think your life is an exit, so no need to say more. And number one, and Justice for All, special edition here. Although the lack of bass, I was hoping that the remaster had more bass, better sound production, but the difference is extremely thin. I guess it's a little bit better than the original, but it's not remastered the way it should have been. But maybe the album is legendary for this. And I would put a 10 out of 10, yeah. And Harvester of Sorrow, I really like it. All of the tracks, of course, one, but it's like the phrase ends of Sanity, Eye of the Beholder. I've heard that Lars don't like them. Like the James don't like Escape on the Ride the Lightning, but I mean, they're really great tracks. So this is, yeah, and Justice for my favorite. And so this is the end of this MetallicA album ranking. So Loman's lyric cover song will come soon. And we'll have an original song called Easter Lord and Savior. Just released a cappella, and for the celebrations of Easter, and we'll do another video like this in French because it's my native tongue. But yeah, I may have forgotten some details, but I think it's the way I see it. So I haven't mentioned, I haven't told what I think of each song. I've just mentioned some. It's voluntary to not make a video of 45 minutes or 1 hour. But yeah, let me know what's your favorite album, what's your worst album, favorite song, worst song. Let's see if we can have some same opinions on this. And thank you to join us, and don't forget to share and subscribe to the Double Espresso Gamer. More gaming content is coming, and we're gonna have some pretty nice episode with verses, like Shivers 2, talking about biblical verses and Alone in the Dark game. So thank you, blessings, and have nice vacations, and looking forward to do this video in French and to see your reaction. And please put on the comments your own ranking, and if you want to justify it, not needed, but if you want to say why you're more you feel more closer to an album than another, yeah, would be pleased to read it and to answer. So take care, and see you very soon, Double Espresso Gamer.